Richard Lee McNair isn't just a typical criminal. Before he became known for one of the best prison escapes in U.S. history, he used to serve in the U.S. Air Force. He was always physically fit and calm under pressure qualities that would later help him with both his crimes and even his escapes. In 1987, everything changed. During a robbery which was failed, Mr. McNair shot and unalived a man. He was quickly arrested, charged, and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of ever seeing freedom again. But Mr. McNair wasn't about to spend the rest of his life behind bars. In 1988, he was being held at a local jail in North Dakota, where he made his first prison escape attempt. He could use nothing more but lip balm. Even though it sounds unreal to most of us, it was enough for him to successfully slip out of the handcuffs, climb through a small window, and run away from prison. He was caught just hours later, but that experience of freedom revealed something about him. McNair wasn't done trying to escape. Years later, he was transferred to the U.S. Penitentiary in Pollock, Louisiana, a high-security federal prison. He got a job there in the mailroom. Every single day, he used to work with packaging materials, boxes, and shipping supplies. To other prisoners, it was just a job, but not to him. For McNair, it was an opportunity. On April 5, 2006, he performed a plan he had been preparing for months while serving his time in prison. He built a makeshift escape pod out of a wooden crate designed for shipping large mail bags. In the morning, he climbed into the box, sealed it from the inside, and waited until the box was wrapped and loaded onto a truck that drove right out of the prison gates without any problem. By the time guards realized that Mrs. McNair was missing, the truck was already long gone outside the prison. Hours later, McNair was spotted near railroad tracks by a police officer. He did not have an ID on him, but McNair confidently told the officer that he was training for a marathon and that he was staying at a hotel nearby. He was being friendly, relaxed, and polite to the officer, so convincing, in fact, that the officer let him go without any suspicions. McNair disappeared into the wind. For over a year, he stayed on the run. He traveled through the U.S. and made his way into Canada. He used fake identities, changed his look, and lived a quiet life under the radar. But in October 2007, he was finally caught. Canadian authorities stopped him in New Brunswick and confirmed his identity. He had fake documents on him and had been living under an alias. This time, there was no more chance for running. McNair was returned to the U.S. and placed in ADX Florence, the most secure federal prison in the country, known as the Alcatraz of the Rockies. Inmates there are being held in near-complete isolation, with minimal movement. Escape is considered impossible, and that's exactly why McNair was placed to this prison. This story is known all around the world, not only because of the escapes, but because of the way he handled himself. He was calm and charismatic. Some journalists called him a gentleman escape artist. Others worried about what his case revealed, that even maximum security systems have blind spots. In later interviews, McNair admitted that he escaped not just because he wanted freedom, but because he enjoyed the process of escaping and the challenge behind it. He said it was about testing the system and beating it. He even wrote letters from prison, explaining his mindset and giving advice on how to stay hidden. But the most disturbing part of his story isn't the fact that he escaped. It's how close he came to disappearing forever. This is Crimson Clues, one mystery at a time.